Hello children, welcome back, and today we are going to start a new chapter, lines and angles. Let us understand how is an angle formed. You must have learned in your younger classes that this is called a ray because it has one end point, and this is a arrow which shows that it is going indefinitely. So rays are that which have a common end point. So these are all rays because it is having an end point and an arrow. So what happens is when two rays meet, let me take this as AB and this is another ray AC. So when two rays meet, you saw that this is ray 1 and this is ray 2. When two rays meet, an angle is formed. So AB is ray 1 and AC is second ray. And they are also known as common arms. No, they are also known as arms or sides. That means AB can also be known as side or an arm. In the same way, AC is also known as a side or a arm. And they have a common point. Where do they meet? They meet at A. So this is known as the common point and also known as vertex. You can name it any one. A is the vertex or A is the common point. So we can form an angle when two rays meet. Let me take another example. Suppose this is the ray PQ. There is one more ray PR. So this is the ray 1, PQ is ray 1, PR is ray 2. What happens when two rays meet? An angle is formed. You can name it as RPQ. Angle RPQ. This is the symbol for angle, children, because it is in the shape of angle. So angle RPQ, or you can name it as angle QPR. So QP is an arm or the side and PR is an arm or a side, and they meet at P, which is a common point or called as vertex. How will we name this angle? You can name this angle as BAC or CAB. You see the shape of the angle. How am I going? BAC or CAB. You cannot say BCA because there is no line connecting B and C. So the shape of the angle will be like this, and your naming also should form that shape. Now for example, how will you name this, children? This is X and Z and Y. How will you name this? You can write it as X, Z, Y or Y, Z, X. So hope you understood, children. Now let us go to the definition. When two rays or line segments meet at a common point, an angle is formed. So now you have understood what is an angle, how it is formed, and how to name an angle. Now let us move to the next topic, that is adjacent angles. When two angles lie on opposite sides of a common arm and have a common vertex, they are known as adjacent angles. So I have underlined three things: opposite sides, common arm and common vertex. So you can see they are the conditions. These are three conditions to have so that they can be called as adjacent angles. I will write adjacent angles as AA. Let us see. Now suppose this is an angle AOC, right? This is a ray. OA is a ray, OC is a ray. When two rays meet, angle is formed. And let me take a common ray B. Okay. Now the first condition for adjacent angles is it should have a common vertex, right? First condition, common vertex. Yes, both these angles, that is AOB and BOC, are adjacent. I will prove how it is. Just write down angle AOB and angle BOC are adjacent angles. I will show how it is. Now if you see AOB, this one, BOC, this one. They both have a common vertex. So the first condition is fulfilled. In this, both O is in the middle, that is common vertex. Then OB is the common arm. AOB, OB is there. BOC, again OB is there. So the second condition is also fulfilled, common arm. Now the third condition, they should lie on opposite sides of common arm. So if OB is common, one angle is lying to the left hand side of OB. What is lying to the left hand side of OB? Which angle is lying? AOB is lying to the left of OB, and BOC is lying to the right of OB. So that is the third condition, opposite sides of common arm. This is common arm. One is lying to the left hand side, common arm. One is lying to the right hand side. So yes, AOB and BOC are adjacent angles. Now I'll name one angle. Please tell me whether it is adjacent angles. Angle AOC and angle AOB. Are they adjacent? You can say yes, O is common vertex, AO is common arm, AOC, AO is common, AOB also, AO is there. So common vertex is there and common arm is there. So AO is the common arm, right? So let me keep my hand here. Are any angles lying on opposite sides? Third condition. No. Both are lying to the right hand side. AOB is also to the right of AO. AOC is also to the right of AO. Nothing is lying to the left of AO. There is no angle lying on the opposite side. Both are on the right. So they are not adjacent angles. Because for adjacent angles, you have to fulfill three conditions. Common vertex is there, common arm is there, but they are not lying on the opposite sides. So let us see one more example to have a clear picture. You can also participate now. This is a ray, OP and OQ are ray, and an angle is formed. OR is the common arm. Now let us see what are adjacent angles in this. So O is common vertex. Let us take OR as common arm. So if I have to say opposite angles, OR left one angle, to the left of OR is POR, and to the right of OR is ROQ. And these are adjacent angles. How? Yes, O is the common vertex, OR is the common arm, and one is lying to the left hand side, that is POR, and one is lying to the right hand side, that is ROQ. Now let me ask you one question. Is this POQ and ROQ adjacent angles, children? Are they adjacent? POQ and ROQ. O is common vertex, OQ is common arm. So OQ here is the common arm. So are these two angles lying on opposite sides of OQ? You can see from the picture, POQ is to the left of OQ. ROQ is also to the left of OQ. Nothing is lying to the right of OQ. So they are not adjacent angles. AA means adjacent angles. They are not adjacent angles. Hope you understood, children. What is an angle and what are adjacent angles? In our next lecture, we will be solving sums on these. Bye.